This is a presentation how to create SAP ABAP report. It means what we will do first, we click on our link to our wizard tool, select the program type. By default it gives us report, but just to see that there are other options like application conversion, but we stick with the report. Right now the target platform is just SAP ABAP report, but we have in the development something that will create a program that will expose the report list to browser, and we have also something that will do it on an iOS device, and we plan also Android. Wizard generate the program name, unique program name, but we could change it and we could say my first awesome report, because it is the name for report. I'm not supposed to have any spaces. Awesome report. It's the ID for program, and when we create the title for program, we could say my awesome report. We could use the spaces. When we are creating SAP reports, usually the functional guys give us idea which tables and which field from this table we would like to display in a report. It means we generally could just select the tables. There are a lot of tables in SAP. There is no pull down, because that we will see a lot of tables. Generally you have to know the name of the SAP table. This is the sales order header table. Then the next table we would like to have in our report, that would be sales order items, and then we would like to see VBAP, which is the scheduling line for sales order items, and then we would like to also display customer, which is in SAP KNA1 table. When we click on this button, select SAP fields, it gives us all available SAP fields. They are in a table VBAP. Also in table VBAP, and all available fields in a VBAP, and also table fields in a KNA1 table. And we choose several fields from that header table.
It doesn't feel like a job really feels like this. I need to start taking my laptop to work.
I would like to find also customer. I mean, I could say customer. And from other, so to part in terminology, this is the reason I couldn't find the customer. And the next is a position table. We select the position, material number, description. We could also select the product hierarchy, for example. From the next table, scheduling table, we could select the scheduling line number and order quantity and confirm quantity, for example. We could display also that in required quantity and unit of measure. And the last thing is a customer table. We would like to know about the customer's name, from where he is, city, postal code, street, his phone. I mean, we select from these four tables the fields that we like to display in a report, and just click on the button plus. You'll bring them to the container. We could also select all fields or deselect all fields, or go back to the initial screen without adding the fields. we would like to add the fields. Now we have an option to create some custom field which is not tied to any table that we have, and where we populate some specific content for the report that we could. And we said this will be a 30 characters. Then we could delete some of the field that we decided it's not it. We just by mistake bring here. We could, for example, select that division. We are not interested in the division. Then we could move some stuff forward, like to the top to specified place in a report. For example, we would like to move this one to the first place. And for example, this one we would like to move to the last place in just clicking on that. Or custom we would like to move it to the first position. Click on these icons. It's about how the field will be displayed in a report. But now we could design the selection screen. I mean, we could select which field will be initial selection screen. Definitely customers. We would like to have an ability to filter report based on a specific custom that we specify. For sure, created date. Also source document, probably source document type, probably not on a net value. Yeah, that could be some situation that we would like to filter based on, for example, everything what is over $100, but this is not the case right now. Source organization, distribution channel. We could have also some, like in a case of type. Actually, I would like to probably add one additional field here, be more appropriate for that. We say type SD document category, and we could add to our list. And we could bring this guy to the first position. And instead of the select parameter, we could use the parameter option. Select in SAP time module is for range filtering. Parameter, we will just there will be just one value option that we could enter. In this case, we filter that this debug table could display all different kinds of the sales documents, but we would like to just display sales order, not inquiries and the other stuff. I mean, we could use that parameter as the options to achieve that. Definitely material will be select parameter, and that's it probably. The next is drill down. Some fields have a lot of details in a system, like they have a master data in a system, and just by clicking on that button we could make them drillable. It means it will drill and go to the detail of customer if somebody click on that. The same feature is nice for the sales order document. And probably material number. There are some fields that we don't want to see in a final display. They are maybe interesting for our filtering, but we don't need to see them. For example, this one. We will just select the sales orders. We don't need to display in that list, final list. And now we could come to the situation that we are going to generate a code. It means we click on a code. You will generally identify yourself that you have access to the system. We use the email and password. You could ask us to provide for you. And then when I click login, it will generate the code for you. And this is, let's see that code. We will just copy that code to SAP application. subway. And I will transaction SE38 to usually use the program, and we say my of some report, and we click on the button. Let's create that report. Name it my of some report. Type executable, and we say save. We'll create local object. And then we just pass our code that we created. And if you see that the love line was created, a lot of functionality. But it is program. It is program that is architected pretty well, but could be extended. I mean, in most cases, it's just initial step, create some data declaration. It saves a lot of time. Some functionality that could be predictable. We could try to compile it to see if there is any error. Some error. In this new field, I forgot to put it will be character 10. Yeah, it means we could compile that code now. It's this custom field. I'll get one more in the other table. Okay, program is activated, and you could run it. Let's see again. It means you, as I told you, that we would like to just see maybe orders, and the other selection criteria are range. This is just parameter. We have other options also, checkbox in our wizard. Then we could run it and see all sales documents. See that it created a report with all content, and even we could drill down on a sold to and see the detail of the customer, because we decided it will be drillable field. Now we see all details of customer. Let's go back to the architecture of the report just to see what the tools did for us. He gave us table declaration, table types, some final table that we are collecting all results without writing any code, and proper description. It generates for us all these structures to help us to display the content. Internal tables. All these selection parameters. I mean, it created a part where we could populate, for example, data range. We'd like to just display by default some stuff, or for example, we could pre-deploy if I double click on that, we could just say that this is the form, that PVB type, this type could be will be C. I mean, will be just just going to display orders. I mean, that's something that developer. It's easy for a developer to do it. I forgot what I. Oh, leave a tip. Leave a tip. I mean, let's compile that. And now when we run that report, it pre-populates C for us, and we don't need to specify. We like to just see sales orders. I mean, we have this init part that pre-select the content for selection screen. Then we have a part where we do query. It will create very nice join select for you, and just try to put these table together. It could be a situation that he is not able to put them in a one join, then he will do separate select, or maybe sometimes join them not properly, because it could release the information which is in the system to make it. But in most cases, 90% it creates for you join query. You don't need to even think about how to build it. It creates for you part where you could message data, and for example, we talk about this custom field, and we say that our custom field, custom one, will be populated by content, our new field. And logic could be more complicated, just for field content. Now if we run the program, I'm expecting to see in that custom field, probably somewhere, we populated the content with the proper information that we expected to do. And the next part, it's not probably interesting to talk about, it's a display part. I mean, a display part, it creates catalog for ALV and populate the ILV function for us. We don't need to write any code for that. Also do this drill down function. If you see here, like it's doing header, but there's a part where he is just drilling down to the transaction. And you could put also here more logic, like even create some new data, just calling transaction to create whatever you want. I mean, let's go back to our wizard. I mean, we create a code, we copy to SAP, we modify, and we move that definition forward. But in a case, for example, you have a team where you have a functional guy that designed the stuff. Instead of giving information in some piece of paper or Excel sheet, he could generally design, functional guy could design that report for you, and then generally by clicking on generate, create that information in a system, and then you could use it, create it for you, copy the code to your to SAP and start to evolving that report. I mean, just show that the system save for you these reports. It means you could come to the report back and you could redesign that report, or for example, functional guy didn't do that stuff, but as a developer you're identifying you have to do some additional stuff, additional field, additional selection parameter, redesign that, then you generate the code, you pass it to SAP, and you could continue to finish your work. I mean, this is a tool that could save you hours of work, make you more productive, focusing on really stuff that is unique and could be predicted and couldn't be generated.